will never fall. Samantha's the voice, she's lighting the spark. Justice junkies, together we'll make our mark. Reacting to the stories we're never torn, fighting for the truth. A new day is born. Welcome to the fight, we're taking a stand. Justice junkies, strong, we're hand in hand. Reacting to the world, it's a brand new game. Samantha leads the charge, remember the name.
Hello, 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 my lovelies, and what are we doing today? Today, we are doing Ren and Molly McKinna PENiTENCE. And I know by request, as always. Alright? And I know that word means, I've heard it in church a bunch. It's like to repent, to penitence. When you feel like bad about something you've done and you want to repent, basically. You want to get it, clear the air. So, I already know this is probably going to be emotional. But Samantha's an emotional person, so it's all good. Anyways, just wanted to tell you that 79% of you that are looking at my face are not subscribed. Subscribe. So please, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy me, go ahead. The freest, easiest thing you can do for this channel is that like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel tremendously, beyond what you know. So, free, easy thing you could do for this channel. And real quick, let's go over our members, shall we? We shall. Okay. So we got Paul, Bjorn, Pleb with a Mustache, Tim and Michaela, Tim S, Michael C, Coffee with Kyle, Christelle S, Tara Norway, Injectilla 44, and Jeremy T. Mwah! What's up, you guys? I love you, love you, love you. I also have a couple members requests. So, after this one. Okay? So I'm super excited to get into it. Oh, we also have merch. Okay. Double J. Okay. Justice Junkie Crew in the house, and there it is, if I can get it to stay. There we go. That's always the tricky part, is getting it to stay. Alright, anyways, quit talking, Samantha, let's get into it, alright? Ren PENiTENCE. Let's go.
Lately, I think I was over time in my chest, beating slower like the clouds, the color of them fading out, fading out. The heavy heart I carried went over your head and over mine.
That voice. Oh, that voice.
I counted the days she left like a prisoner, etching markings on my skin with an old knife, scratching. You see, I wanted the physical to match the psychological, and yet no matter how hard I dug, I still could not match that pain. I longed for reasons, I sung with demons, I sat in a dark dusty room, barely moving, breathing. I chewed through my own umbilical cord attached to her navel. I wanted to be separate.
I think my mind is leaking. Solitude is so depleting.
I did it to myself. I know that you are faithful. I did it for my health. How come I'm still
I wish that I could stop crying. They say that the body is 70% water. I feel like I must have reduced mine by a considerable fraction. Newton's third theory states that for every action there must be an equal and opposite counter-reaction. And so I retrace my steps and try to find reasons in the arms of my demons, cause I can't find healing if I can't find meaning in conundrum. Leaning on my dom nom, feelings how the news high, beaming when I hung from ceilings when I run from demons that are living in my head and escape fate and disapparate, evaporate, evacuate and then activate fate. But it cut the brakes, now I'm driving my universe into a lake and the weight of the world don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all at stake. For goodness sake, a double take, but I don't want to eat that cake. I ruminate inside meaning to illuminate a dark mind. I communicate without speaking, and I've seen so much I went blind-eyed. Why? I live in a lie with the lion inside, living a lie with the lion inside. And my mind is hungry for my sanity, I live in a lie with the lion inside, living a lie with the lion inside. And my mind is hungry and I don't know why. Pressure drop, deep breath, time stops, a broken, etc. ... Pressure drop, pressure drop, pressure drop. I feel it consuming, I can't stop. ... The lines join the dots and I'm tying knots. Then divide and multiply, square the root of pi, beat the puzzle. I try to keep my mind focused on the line. Hopscotch and pop rocks, I take shots of teardrops. When I drop a pill pop, I find peace and time stops.
Wow. 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 That was so beautiful. I guess you ever been in one of those relationships where, like, when I was young, my first love, I've talked about it a couple times on here, we just met at the wrong time, you know? We just did. We were so young. We met at the wrong time and it just wasn't meant to be. But, you know, I remember when he left, he started dating this other girl at a movie theater, and we've been together for like 3 years. He was my first, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna marry this guy, love, right? And he left, and then it was, you know, earth shattering for me. Like, that was probably the most painful breakup I've ever experienced in my life. I've never broken up with my husband, so I mean, I can't even imagine what that would feel. I don't even want to imagine what that would feel like. But I do remember how bad that hurt. And then as time started to move on, right, and I was starting to feel better, he would come back and be like, you know, just kidding, I actually love you. And, you know, I'm sorry for everything I did. I'm sorry that I, you know, whatever, did this and that. And there are just people that you're not meant to be with. It just is the way it is, you know? It's not like he beat me or anything like that. He wasn't the one that did that. But it's still, man, those emotional pains, right? The pain that comes from losing something so familiar that you have completely, like, wrapped your DNA around, right, is agonizing. And it takes forever to get over it, man. It took me years and years. And then, you know, he would come back and be like, I love you again. And, you know, I finally understood that, you know, we just weren't meant to be. Period. It wasn't because of anything other than it just wasn't meant to be. And I had to be strong. Okay? I had to be strong and accept that and relay that, right? That this is, our paths are over. I appreciate your apology and all of that. I do, but our paths are over. It's done, you know? It's just kind of the way it is. Kind of the way it rolls sometimes, right? I mean, I'm sure if any of you ever been, you'll have to let me know in the comments. Have any of you ever been in one of those, like, intense, passionate relationships that you just can't imagine not having? But they're not, like, the love I have with my husband is a very comfortable love. It's a very, my aunt used to tell me that. She was like, when you find the real deal, okay, Samantha, when you find the real deal, it's not this constant intenseness. It's not this, you know, one day you love me, the next day you hate me, the next day you love me. No, it's not like that. It's a comfortable love. It's a love where you can sit on the couch together and not speak for hours sometimes and be so comfortable in that silence, like they say on Pulp Fiction, like she says. You ever get a moment where with somebody where they just can't shut the f up and you just want to be with someone that has a comfortable silence about them, you know? Someone where you're not constantly racking your brain on, you know, does he still care? Does he still want to be with me? What's he, you know? Just all these questions that go into an anxiety, intense relationship that is toxic, that is not good for you. And I remember, like, after I married my husband and stuff, like, and we still do, there are times where we'll sit right by each other for hours and not say a word. And it's like the best feeling ever, that I'm just sitting there thinking, not thinking about, does he still love me? Is he still going to be with me tomorrow? What is he thinking about? Like, it's just like my other half is beside me, and I know that this is going to be forever, so I don't even have to think about it. I don't have anything. I can focus on my own stuff and have my partner right here with me and not freak out about anything. You know what I mean? I mean, just that comfortable, calm, relaxed love. It's nice. It's so nice. I never understood what my aunt meant by that, you know? I really didn't. Like, I never sit here at night. My husband gets off really late at night. I never think ever, not even once, like, is he gonna come home? Is he coming home tonight? Oh, I wonder if he's talking to this girl that people are telling me that he like, none of those things come to mind, because none of those things are a factor in our marriage. They're just not. So it's just nice to know when you don't have that toxic, where you're constantly feeling like you have to repent for something, like it's love and hate and push and pull and tug and back and forth and all that crap. That's when you know you got the real deal. I'm telling you right now, that's when you know. And my aunt was so right. She was so right. That's when you know, I never, you know, like I said, my first love, one day, he'd be like, hey, I love you. We're going to get married one day. Let's talk about baby names. And then the next day he's like, no, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I'm out. And then ghost. And I never have to worry about that with Scott. Ever. And I don't even, like I said, it's not even a factor. So I'm just saying, that's when you know you got a real one. That's when you know. When you don't have to question it. When it's not a question in your mind. It doesn't even like pop up in your head that something is off. Something is going on. Something's not right. Like, no, it's crazy. We've been together for 10 years. I've never felt that way. Not once with him. It's probably the most freeing feeling of my life. He doesn't even understand the gift that he's given me by that. Sometimes it's just not meant to be, everybody. You want it to be. You want it to be meant to be. You want it so bad. But it's just not in the cards sometimes, you know? If you feel the need to repent all the time in a relationship, or your partner feels the need to repent all the time in the relationship, they're constantly doing something that they have to come clean about, or that they're not coming clean about and keeping a secret and blah, 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 then it's never gonna work, you know? If that's the relationship you find yourself in, it's not the right one. And it's hard to let go of those because they're so passionate and intense, and you know, you're on a roller coaster ride. When you feel good, you feel like the best in the world that you've ever felt. But when you feel bad, it is the most emotionally draining, painful, like pit of despair that you could ever experience. And if you are feeling those hills and valleys, it's not the one. I'm just from my experience, you know, I've had a successful marriage for a long time now, and it's because of that. It's because of that. Because we don't sit there and think ill of each other ever. We just allow each other to be each other and appreciate that and find comfort and love in that, and it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, that's what I got from that. Her voice. And of course, Ren's voice. Ren's voice, we don't even got to go over Ren's voice. Ren's voice is amazing, and we all know it. And his beats, and his, even when he's singing, when he's, you know, flowing, it doesn't really matter. He still has this thing that just captures your entire attention, like all of it. You're just like, wow, that's a real artist right there. It's amazing. I love him. And her, I'm going to have to check more stuff of her out. You were so right. I loved it. Okay? Y'all never steer me wrong. Ever, ever, ever. Alright, guys. So that was amazing. Wow. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So keep those. I still got a list as damn near as long as my house, okay? I mean, I live in a trailer, so whatever. But still, long list. So we are so getting to it. Just bear with me. And we got a couple members requests coming up ASAP. So, I love you guys. Y'all are so amazing. Let's go over those amazing members again. There's Paul, Bjorn, Pleb with the Mustache, Tim and Michaela, Tim S, Michael C, Coffee with Kyle, Christelle S, Tara Normway, Injectilla 44, and Jeremy T. Mwah! I love my members. If you ever want to sign up for a membership, it's going to be right underneath this video. Sorry, I still got Christmas in me. And you get the most say of anything that I do. Ever. Just so you know, as a member. Alright? And you get shout outs every single episode. I never forget to shout out my members because they mean so much to me. They really do. You guys make this happen. Okay? Also, if you ever want to leave a tip, you can do it right, Cha. No pressure. But if you ever feel like it, this is the Cash App that you can do it at. We would so appreciate it. And you guys are amazing. I absolutely love y'all. This was awesome. I loved it. This was beautiful. Oh, last thing. My merch. It's going to be, the link is going to be in the description, and we also, it should be on my page, on my main page, the Justice Junkies page, the Double J page, okay? There's so much more stuff. I just ordered a jacket. Oh, I can't wait for it to get here. Oh, it's so... If this hat, this is one of the best trucker hats I have ever seen in my life. It's one of the most quality trucker hats I've ever freaking seen. Really, truly. It's so good. It's so nice, you guys. It's such good material. Like, this is gonna hold for, I mean, a long time, decades. So, anyway, really enjoy it. Really enjoyed that. I love you guys. And I will see y'all very soon, okay? Bye.